Fear, the silent shadow that lurks in the corners of every human heart. The invisible chain that binds dreams before they take flight. The whisper that turns bold visions into timid regrets. It weaves its web through our thoughts, dictating our choices, confining us to the safety of the known, and robbing us of the life we were born to live, a life of audacious adventure, profound purpose, and radiant fulfillment. Fear is the gatekeeper that stands between you and the extraordinary, urging you to retreat when destiny calls you forward, to play small when your soul yearns to soar. But behold, inspired warrior, the timeless wisdom of Plato, the philosophical giant whose insights have ignited revolutions of the spirit for millennia. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Let these words cascade over you like a liberating torrent, washing away the illusions that have held you captive. Courage isn't the reckless charge into oblivion, nor the pretense of invincibility in the face of peril. It's the enlightened art of discernment, the profound understanding that separates phantom fears from genuine threats, freeing you to stride boldly into the arena of life where true glory awaits. This is your ultra-inspirational awakening. Courage isn't the eradication of fear, it's the mastery over it. It's recognizing that most terrors are mere mirages, conjured by the mind to protect the fragile ego. But in reality, they are the very barriers you must shatter to unleash your infinite potential. In embracing this truth, you don't just survive fear, you transcend it, becoming a beacon of bravery that inspires multitudes to break their own chains and rise to their rightful thrones. Imagine a world where fear no longer rules your realm, where you charge forward with the fire of 1,000 suns, turning obstacles into opportunities, doubts into dynamite, and every step into a symphony of success. This is the power of courage, and it pulses within you, waiting to be unleashed. Shattering the grand deception of fear, reclaiming your power from the shadows of illusion. Have you ever felt fear's icy grip tighten as you stood on the precipice of possibility? That paralyzing voice that amplifies dangers and diminishes dreams, convincing you that the leap is too perilous, the risk too great. Fear thrives in the fertile soil of inaction, growing like a weed in the garden of your mind when you hesitate to pull it out. It distorts reality, magnifying molehills into mountains, turning whispers of doubt into roars of defeat. Yet, here's the liberating revelation that will set your spirit free. Fear is the ultimate deceiver, a master illusionist, crafting nightmares from nothing. How often have you dreaded an outcome that never materialized, rejection that never stung, failure that never fell, change that never chaotic? The vast majority of our terrors are phantoms, born not from truth, but from the unchecked imagination. They seduce us into stagnation, promising safety in the harbor, while the open seas of opportunity beckon with treasures untold. But you, valiant heart, are destined for more. When you finally summon the courage to act, to voice your truth, to pursue your passion, to embrace the unknown, you discover the glorious secret. The dread was never as daunting as it seemed. The leap wasn't a plummet into abyss, but a launch into liberation. Action is fear's greatest foe. It dissolves the shadows, revealing the light of possibility that was always there. In this ultra-inspirational shift, fear transforms from tyrant to teacher, guiding you toward growth rather than guarding against it. Break free from its spell and watch as your life unfolds into a masterpiece of boldness, where every what if becomes a what now, and every fear-faced fuels your ascent to unbreakable empowerment. Discerning the true foes. what deserves your fear, and what demands your defiance. If fear's empire is built on illusions, then what shadows truly merit our vigilance? What perils warrant our wary gaze, and which are mere mirages, to be dismissed with defiant laughter? Into the grand quest for courage, wisdom lies in this discernment, focusing your energy not on every whisper of worry, but on the threats that erode your essence and dim your divine light. Fear the squandering of your sacred time, for it is the irreplaceable essence of your existence, the finite flame that fuels your journey. You can reclaim lost fortunes, rebuild shattered dreams, but time once spent vanishes like mist at dawn. Every moment lost to hesitation is a theft from your future self. Seize it with ferocious passion, investing in pursuits that ignite your soul and inspire the world. Fear an existence devoid of depth and meaning, where days drift like leaves in the wind, unanchored by purpose. Too many souls merely endure, shadows in their own stories. Don't join their ranks. Craft a life of vibrant intention, where every action echoes with significance, inspiring others to awaken to their own profound paths. Fear the venom of regret more than the sting of setback, for failure is a fleeting teacher, but regret is an eternal tormentor. At life's twilight, it's not the risks embraced that haunt, it's the chances untaken, the dreams deferred, the what-ifs, that whisper of unlived potential. Let this fear propel you to action, turning every no into a launch pad for yes, and every fall into a foundation for flight. Fear stagnation above all, the slow atrophy of the spirit when you cease to evolve. If you're not stretching your boundaries, expanding your horizons, challenging your limits, you're not just standing still. You're surrendering to decline. Embrace growth as your eternal ally and let it transform you into a force of inspiration, a living testament to the human capacity for endless renewal. These are the fears worthy of your respect, not the illusions that paralyze, but the truths that propel. In focusing here, you harness courage's true power, defying the deceptions that hold others captive and rising as a luminary who inspires the masses to fear less and live more. Igniting the flame of courage, your empowered steps to conquer fear and claim your heroic destiny. How then do you summon this radiant courage, forging it into an unbreakable armor that shields your dreams and propels you to pinnacles of purpose? Courage isn't a rare gift for the chosen few. It's a muscle you build, a fire you kindle, a legacy you live. Here's your ultra-inspirational blueprint to master the art of fearless living, transforming trepidation into triumph and doubt into destiny. Reframe fear as your sacred compass. Fear isn't a stop sign. It's a divine directional arrow, pointing toward the territories where your greatest growth awaits. When it arises, lean in with curiosity. What treasure lies beyond this threshold? Use it to guide your leaps, turning apprehension into acceleration that propels you toward uncharted glories. Ignite action in small sacred sparks. Fear flourishes in the fertile ground of delay. The longer you linger, the taller its walls grow. Shatter this cycle with micro movements, a single step, a bold word, a daring decision. Each act diminishes fear's dominion, building momentum that snowballs into avalanches of achievement, inspiring you to conquer mountains you once deemed impossible. Embrace discomfort as your divine ally. Growth and ease are eternal strangers. True evolution thrives in the forge of challenge. Welcome unease as a cherished companion, for it's the crucible where your spirit is refined. The more you inhabit this space, the stronger you emerge, a resilient force that inspires others to step into their own discomfort and discover their hidden powers. Redefine failure as the fuel of your phoenix. Rise. Shift your gaze. Failure isn't a final verdict. It's a vital verse in your victory song. Every misstep is a masterclass. Every downfall a dawn in disguise. Celebrate these as badges of bravery, using them to fuel your resurgence, inspiring a world that sees not your falls, but your fearless flights. Invoke the eternal perspective. Will this echo in eternity? When fear's fog clouds your vision, pierce it with this empowering query. Will this shadow loom large in 5 years, or dissolve like dew at dawn? Most terrors, embarrassments sting, rejections bite, fade into insignificance against life's grand canvas. Let this wisdom liberate you, focusing your fire on what truly endures and inspiring eternal impact. Forge alliances with courageous spirits. Surround yourself with fellow warriors, those who embody boldness, challenge your limits, and mirror your unquenchable fire. Their valor becomes your vitality, creating a circle of inspiration where fears are faced together, victories celebrated collectively, and each member's courage amplifies the group's unbreakable bond. Fear persists, but you prevail. The ultimate triumph of the courageous heart. Fear will forever linger as a companion on your journey. It's woven into the human tapestry, a reminder of our vulnerability and vitality. But you, empowered luminary, hold the reins. Will you let it dictate your dance, or will you lead with unyielding grace? Courage isn't fear's annihilation. It's its transcendence, the heroic choice to act amid the tremor, to advance when retreat tempts, to live fully when shadows suggest shrinkage. This is the ultra-inspirational essence. The genuine peril isn't stumbling. It's stagnation, not rejection. It's resignation, not discomfort. It's disconnection from your divine potential. Today, declare your sovereignty. What chains of fear will you shatter? What bold horizon will you claim? In knowing what not to fear, you unlock the gates to a life of liberation, where risks become rewards, unknowns become unveilings, and every fear faced fuels your flight to fulfillment. Rise now, fearless force. Let courage be your compass, your crown, your eternal flame. Step into the arena where illusions dissolve and inspirations ignite. Your extraordinary destiny awaits, a testament to the human spirit's boundless bravery. Embrace the power, defy the doubts, and let your courageous life become the inspiration that awakens the world.
If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.